Welcome, magnificent scholars of literature. In this video, we will learn how to identify the narrator's point of view in a narrative. The first thing we need to do is identify the narrator of the story because, along with what the audience knows and has access to, the point of view of the narrative is determined by the narrator. So, what is a narrator? Well, the narrator is the person who tells the story. For clarity, not the person reading out loud, but the voice that tells the story inside the story itself. The narrator can be a character in the story, or can be an observer seeing and telling what happens, but not participating in the action. Because every person sees things differently, the narrator also presents a perspective, which we will discuss in detail in a different video. And what is the audience? Well, the audience is the person who reads or listens to the story as the narrator tells it. When you are reading or listening to the story, you are the audience. Again, for clarity, intended audience is different. The intended audience is the people the author wants to have read the story or whatever they wrote. You might be a part of that intended audience or not. For example, right now you are the intended audience for young adult novels because you are teenagers, but not for picture books. But if you read a picture book, you are still the audience while reading it, even though you are not the intended audience. The combination of narrator and how much the audience knows creates the point of view. There are 3 different points of views that you need to know for narratives: first person, third person limited, and third person omniscient. Because I know some of you will ask, there is second person point of view. It's usually used for things like how-tos, recipes, and other instructions. There are occasional stories written in second person point of view, but they are extremely rare. There are also other types of third person that you may learn later. Additionally, the pronouns the narrator uses can also help us identify the point of view of the narrative. But this can be confusing because the words we use to describe the pronouns are similar to those we use for point of view because they are related, but they are very different. Just like there are first, second, and third person point of views, there are first, second, and third person pronouns. Basically, a narrator can't use a pronoun lower than their point of view. So in third person point of view, the narrator only uses third person pronouns like he, she, they, him, her, them, his, her, hers, their, theirs, but not any of the ones in second or first person. While in first person point of view, the narrator can use any of these pronouns. Quotes in stories don't count because they are always from the speaker's point of view. First person point of view is common when the author wants the audience to feel like they are part of the story. The narrator in first person point of view is a character in the story, so the audience sees through their eyes just like how a player sees through the character's eyes in a first person video game. Minecraft here is a good example of this. The player is the character, so the narrator and the audience know only what the character knows and only describe those things. Because they are a character in the story, their words can be in quotations throughout the story. Finally, this narrator can use any pronoun depending on who they are referring to in the story. They will use first-person pronouns to talk about themselves, second-person pronouns when they are talking directly to other characters, and third-person pronouns when they are talking about other characters. Third-person limited is common when the author wants to be able to surprise their reader, like with scary stories and mysteries. Because it's third person, the narrator is not a character in the story, instead they are an observer. However, they are limited to knowing only the things that a particular character knows. I have masked this scene in Super Mario Bros. 3 to show you what it might look like. The narrator, which is the screen in this case, is only showing the things that Mario would see. There's a lot of hidden stuff that Mario, the narrator, and the audience don't know about. Because this is a type of third-person point of view, the narrator can only use third-person pronouns outside of quotations. The word omniscient in third-person omniscient comes from the Latin root omni, meaning all, and the Latin root scient, like science, meaning knowing. So, third-person omniscient point of view gives the audience a lot of information. It's common when the author wants to be able to give the reader lots of perspectives, or when the medium forces it, like when presenting a play. Just like third person limited, the third-person omniscient narrator is not a character in the story. They are an observer. This time, they can see and describe anything in the video game example. The narrator describes the enemies, the coins, and even the status bar showing information about the game as a whole, even though Mario can't see them and might not know about them. Because this is a type of third-person point of view, the narrator can only use third-person pronouns outside of quotations, just like in third-person limited. There you have it. There are 3 narrative points of view that you need to know: first person, third person limited, and third person omniscient. We can identify the point of view by whether the narrator is a character or an observer, by how much the audience knows, and sometimes by the pronouns the narrator uses. Can you think of an example written in each narrative point of view?